the light within. It happened on that dreaded morning when darkness engulfed our community. Sirens wailed, alarms blared, and an ominous warning forced us to evacuate immediately. Panic seized us as we fled without a chance to gather our belongings, leaving behind everything we had worked so hard for. No one knew what was coming, only that it was an unfathomable terror. As we sped away in our car, fear and uncertainty surrounded us. The road was chaotic, with people running for their lives, broken-down vehicles abandoned on the side, and terror lurking in the shadows. My grandmother's words echoed in my mind. She had foreseen this day and always urged us to hold on to our faith and follow the light. We drove for what felt like endless hours, going in circles, trapped by the malevolent force closing in on us. My husband stared ahead, gripping the steering wheel tightly, while our children sat silent and frightened in the back seat. Then, amidst the darkness, a figure appeared, dressed in white. My daughter screamed, fearing it was a ghost, but this mysterious woman radiated an aura of good intent. She had gathered some of the fleeing people and led them toward a passage filled with even more darkness. Strangely, she urged us to follow that path, assuring us that it would lead to salvation. Hesitant but hopeful, we obeyed, and as we walked along the shadowed path, a faint glimmer of light appeared in the distance. Our spirits lifted as the brightness intensified with each step, and eventually, we emerged into a wondrous new city within the city within the city. This place was a haven of joy, peace, and tranquility. Happiness and celebration permeated the air, and all forms of prejudice, suffering, arrogance, depression, homelessness, and poverty were absent. We had found a utopia where compassion and kindness thrived. As we settled into this new city, we discovered its secret, the source of its divine energy. It was the light within each and every one of us. The residents embraced their inner light, and by doing so, they transformed the world around them. This newfound freedom wasn't an escape from darkness, instead, it was the illumination of hope within their hearts. The city taught us that true happiness and peace came from within, not from external circumstances. It was a place where people looked out for each other, where everyone's strengths were celebrated, and their weaknesses supported. In time, we realized that the terror we had escaped was a manifestation of the darkness within humanity, the fear, greed, and ignorance that led to destruction and despair. But this city taught us that no matter how dark the world seemed, we could always find our way to the light. We immersed ourselves in this new way of life, letting our own inner lights shine brightly. We helped others find their light, too, guiding them away from the shadows. In unity, we became an unstoppable force of positivity, love, and compassion, making the world a better place one step at a time. Back in our old community, we knew others were still trapped in the darkness, and we couldn't leave them behind. So we formed a group, the Lightbringers, dedicated to spreading hope and inspiration, encouraging others to discover their inner light and break free from the chains of fear and despair. We went back to the place we once called home, armed not with weapons, but with kindness and understanding. Slowly but steadily, we illuminated the darkness that had taken hold, one person at a time. The cycle of panic and terror was replaced with hope and resilience, as more and more people found solace in their inner light. The Lightbringers' efforts were not in vain. As the light spread, it revealed the beauty that had been overshadowed for so long. Communities came together, bridging divides and healing wounds. With compassion as our guide, we built a society that valued empathy, equality, and the inherent worth of every individual. And so, the story of our escape from darkness became a testament to the power of the human spirit, the indomitable force of light that resides within each of us. We learned that no matter how dire the circumstances, we could always choose to follow the light, to be the light, and to illuminate the world with positivity, love, and hope. In the end, it was not the darkness that defined us, but the brilliance of our collective light. And as we continue to carry that light within us, we inspire others to do the same, creating a future where fear and despair have no power and where the triumph of the human spirit reigns supreme.